It had something to it that bodybuilding doesn't have. And I found that again in martial arts, so that's really cool. Okay, so yesterday I had my first ever Muay Thai class, my first ever Muay Thai training class. It's my not my first time ever doing combat sports, but I'd argue it's my first time doing combat sports seriously, and again in a proper setting, in a proper environment. And so in this video I'll tell you exactly what it was like, what I thought going into it, what I learned from it, and if you care, why I even started to train Muay Thai. So yesterday was my first session, and prior to getting to the class, I had already been there. I'd spoken to the coach. He'd actually given me 1.5 hours of his time to just show me the gym, talk to me. Like, we had like a long conversation about his history, where he's trained, where he's fought. He's actually been trained under this very, very skilled fighter who actually lives on one of these islands in like the Mediterranean coast, close to like Italy. And he's actually an insane fighter who I've actually done my research on. And so the coach I'm training under has been trained by him as well. So it was actually a cool environment to step into. I knew a little bit about the martial arts that he's also done. And so the coach was a cool guy. So I decided to go to my first session yesterday. So yeah, I had my first session yesterday. And the way it went down was I was on my way to the... So yeah, I had my first session yesterday. And let me tell you how it went. So prior to arriving at the fight gym, I was a bit nervous. I was entering a new environment where a lot of guys have been going to this class consistently, so they obviously have better skill than me. I've been into calisthenics and fitness for a long time, so I guess I do have a bit of a physique and a bit of like cardiovascular endurance, so I didn't feel that overwhelmed stepping into it, but it was still a bit daunting. Basically, when I got to the gym, it was a series of basic movements, just learning how to throw a Muay Thai jab, Muay Thai cross, Muay Thai hook specifically, which is something I wanted to learn because I'm used to a boxing hook, which requires a lot of leg movement, leg twisting, which is a bad move in Muay Thai because somebody could kick your leg and you'd fall over. That's something new I learned yesterday. But there was a lot involved. We learned a lot of combinations and focused on just applying those using pad work. And then that was followed by doing a lot of combat fitness. So the coach would tell all of us students to just find a position inside the gym, and he would just yell 5 burpees, 6 sit-ups, 7 squats. And you just have to drop down and start doing these movements, and like you'd see everybody else do them, and they would be doing them really, really quickly. There was one guy, he's an actual fighter, he's like professional, he's like a young guy, but he's really, really good at Muay Thai, so he's got like his fights coming up. He was really, really fast and really quick with them. I was keeping up with, I guess, the top guys because obviously I was into calisthenics and fitness for a long time. But still, I was gassing out, like especially with the burpees. Those were painful to do. It wasn't just about doing the push-up and like jumping up. It was keeping up the pace and making sure I wasn't gassing out. There was a lot involved, but I was glad I could keep up with the top guys to some extent. At least blow past all the other beginners. It was not like it was some kind of ego competition, but just so that I knew I was stepping in with some sort of preparation. And by the end of the lesson, we did this leg conditioning thing where I would team up with a group of guys, small group of 3, and I would have to do one bodyweight squat, and both of them would kick my thighs using their shins. So it was like a Muay Thai kick, basically designed to get your legs more used to getting kicked. That sucked because the guy that was kicking me he had a sharp shin and he was hitting me consistently on the same spot. So by the end of it, it did hurt a little, but I guess that's just the name of the game. And so that's basically how the session went down. After that, I just had a chat with the coach, got some equipment that I needed to buy, and I just left feeling way, way better. But the most important part to me was how it compared to bodybuilding, because I'm used to doing bodybuilding, and comparing fight training to that, it was an insane experience, and it was exactly what I was hoping it would be. Because when it comes to bodybuilding, something I've been doing for a long time, you go to a normal traditional gym, sit down on the machine, stack up the weights, start doing your workout, plug in your headphones, listen to the same song you've heard countless times. Or, if you're not going to use music, you just sit there and quietly do your workout, wait till the rest timer is over, you do it again, move on to the next machine. 45 minutes, an hour later, you're done with the work and you leave. You may say hi to a couple of people in the gym, but that can get old very, very quickly. And I'm sure if you've never done bodybuilding, doing that will feel unique and fun to you, sure. I've just done it for so long that it became stale to me, especially during last year when I, built up my physique to what I wanted it to look like. muscular, aesthetic, and functional to an extent. It wasn't very functional. That's what I'm doing now, I guess. But the Muay Thai class yesterday gave me exactly what I was looking for, because when I was doing those burpees, like really pushing myself doing those burpees, it was like my whole world has disappeared. I wasn't thinking about this person, that deadline, that video, that girl, this. Just everything was gone. All I was focused on was getting the burpees in front of me, or the ones I was doing, done. Like it was so meditative. It was addicting almost, that feeling. And it was something I guess I'd been chasing for a long time, and I thought I would have found in bodybuilding when I actually found it in calisthenics. So when I was younger, when I was 16, I started off doing calisthenics, did that for a couple of years, then I transitioned to bodybuilding for a couple of years, and now I'm training, I'm learning how to fight. So I guess it all comes full circle, because calisthenics was very, very calming. It was very, very, it had something to it that bodybuilding doesn't have. And I found that again in martial arts, so that's really cool. So that's really cool. Also, when it came to things like pad work, when I was landing kicks or when I was landing jabs or learning how to improve my hook, it gave me a feeling that bodybuilding never gave me. In bodybuilding, you'd get bigger, get maybe stronger in terms of your lifts, but it's not as engaging as maybe something more competitive like fighting, or calisthenics, or I think powerlifting might have the same feeling, or if you're doing like some kind of competition. And that's something I've been chasing for a long time, and I finally found it. And I was expecting Muay Thai or just combat training in general to give that to me. So that's basically what I've learned from it, and I'm very, very happy that I've got that feeling. If you're a fighter or you've done this for a while, you probably understand what I'm talking about, and you could probably explain it better than I'm explaining it. Again, I've only had one proper session of Muay Thai. More to come, more training I'll do in my own personal time, and I'll obviously maintain the physique I've built using bodybuilding whilst I do this fight training, because obviously I'm not trying to lean down insanely for some kind of weight class or anything like that. That's not really my intention. I'm not going to talk about my intentions too much on YouTube, because I wasn't actually planning on making a video or talking about the fact that I'm doing fight training on YouTube, because I kind of wanted to be a bit secretive about it. But then again, what the fuck's the point of that? I'm basically documenting everything I do on YouTube, so I might as well talk about this as well. But my basic goal with fight training or going to these classes is to just learn this skill, like be able to kick, punch, hook, use my elbows, my knees, and just adopt that one skill and not be too up the ass about it in terms of like weight classes and this and that and competition. Like, who knows what the future holds for me, but either way, that's not something I want to do. I just want to learn this skill because I've always wanted to learn it. I've always wanted to be able to fight. I did karate as a kid. I did boxing when I was around 18 years old. I don't really consider those anymore because it's been so long, and I'm basically starting from scratch. I'm basically starting from scratch essentially, but it feels really, really good to do something new. And one last thing about joining a fight gym is that before I even got to the gym, when I was driving there, I was nervous. I was genuinely nervous, and I was actually discussing with ChatGPT about what the class is going to be like. And I also remember something, that if you're scared to do something, you absolutely should do it in a smart sense. If you're about to try something new or do something bold, but that's like essentially good for you, you're going to learn something, or you're going to learn something good. It could be anything. It could be joining a class like I did, or talking to a new person, or just doing something new, or making a YouTube video. If you're scared to do it, but you know it's like a positive thing, it's like something that will be good for you, or you're acquiring a new skill, 100% do it. It's like an indicator that you should do it. The fact that you're scared because you're entering a new environment. And I feel like a new person, like the version of me that I was 2 months ago before my vacation or before I went traveling. That feels like a version of me that I don't even recognize, because I've started something new. I'm doing something new. I'm documenting something new. I'm learning something new. And that's something I was chasing for a long time, just that newness feeling. And that's something I was looking for a long time, because obviously bodybuilding became stale. You're just on your own. You put your headphones on, you build your physique, and it can get stale after a while, or maybe that's just me. But yeah, that's basically it. That's what I learned after my first Muay Thai session. It wasn't something insane. It was just basic work, basic training, paired with some combat fitness and some leg conditioning. Wasn't as painful as I was hoping it would be, because I wanted a bit of pain. I wanted to see what it would like be like to get kicked badly, but it's all gonna come. Elbows, knees, that shit's gonna be painful. I know that for a fact, but I'm looking forward to it. And if you're a young guy, if you're a cool guy, definitely learn how to fight, learn Muay Thai, learn whatever you want to learn. If you're not a cool guy, if you're a bad person and you like to hurt people and you plan on hurting people with fighting skills, fuck you. Don't do that. Don't learn how to fight. Just fuck off, I guess. But again, if you're a cool dude, learn how to fight. It's like a cool skill we all wanted to learn even when we were kids. You watch cartoons like Ben 10 or anime and you're like, fuck, that looks cool. I want to be able to kick ass like that. Now's your time. Now's your time to create that superhero you always wanted to be. And fighting is obviously one thing superheroes can do. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope this video helped you. I'll make more videos about it, whatever I learned. Whatever I learned yesterday, I actually wrote down into my book. It was just a series of 6 basic moves that you can do with a partner when you're doing like pad work. And I'm just going to drill those into my brain and then apply them better again whenever my next session is. And just do them solo as well. If I'm just solo training with a bag or shadow boxing, whatever it may be. But that's enough. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something and enjoy your day. If you're going to go into a Muay Thai class, go for it. You're going to learn something new 100%. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.